The more and more I use technology, the more I... Okay, can we just... Okay, wait. Okay, I've been thinking about this for days. Okay, so the other day we were waiting. We had a lot... Okay, I'm not myself.
What a way to start.
No, like there's a parallel universe right now happening.
I fully believe that. By the way,
we might as well say, "Hey everyone, this is I'm Obsessed with Bree and Nikki."
Oh yeah, because we're supposed to play.
But everything lately has been so topsy-turvy and not in the Jim Broadbent way.
Do you think it's the age of Aquarius that's upon us? Do you think that is part of it?
Maybe we need all these disruptors to like get us out of this really like bad place and into like the age of Aquarius. You know, there's always darkness before the dawn.
It's always darkest before the dawn.
Yes.
As Florence Welsh would say.
Gotta shake it out.
Yeah. Maybe that. Like, okay. Like, I had a nervous breakdown about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And I felt like you came over and I said, I feel like a brand new person. And that's what you need sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways. Like we said, this is I'm Obsessed, a weekly roundup of the films, pop culture, and internet discourse we just can't get out of our heads. And that's what you call an elevator pitch, I think.
Darn tootin'.
No, that's a tagline, not an elevator pitch.
Don't worry, this will go off record.
Cut this.
Just to me in the booth.
Yeah.
I'll see this later. And if I don't,
And if you don't. But, so yeah, just very weird week. Highs, lows, ups, downs. Great things, bad things. But yeah, now that we're here,
yeah,
and now that we're talking, I don't know. I'm like finally like coming back to my body.
that's good.
But wait, what were we talking about? Oh,
Technology.
technology. Okay. So we went to see the Mayhem Ball the other day.
Yes.
And okay, we were early. That was the thing.
We were
that
so
was
early.
topsy-turvy.
That whole trip we were early.
We were
I'm like, who are we?
I don't know. I don't know this person. I don't know this duo.
I feel like an adult properly. I'm like, wow.
I know. It was very odd. I actually like...
It's not our style.
Yeah, it's just not our style. But... So we're there early, which is already weird. And then we go to this coffee shop to kill time. I order a matcha, which isn't weird per se, but you order a smoothie. These are not really like our normal go-tos. I'm not like, let me get the cherry blossom matcha.
We also had to pee.
That's true.
So we felt guilty and had, you know what I mean? Even though we probably could have snuck in because they didn't even have a key to that bathroom.
100%. But anyways, point is, we're waiting there. I'm looking at the person next to us who, you know, God bless them, a little mentally disturbed.
Was it the guy?
No, it was the gal.
Oh,
right
you mean the lady
me.
next to with all the fruits and snacks?
Yeah, with like yeah. She was on Instagram stalking a profile.
I can't believe you could see what I was wondering what she was up to, low key, just because she kept walking in and out. But she kind of had her stuff out like she was like gonna be there a while.
Well, she was there and she was stalking someone on Instagram.
Huh.
And like going through their profile, like their actual profile.
I did get some manic energy from this person.
I got the biggest... It doesn't really have to do with the person, but I got the biggest ick over like social media. Like something about it felt like, you know, when we were younger and, you know, Instagram first came out and we were just all obsessed.
Yeah,
we were like,
it was fun. You were just like throwing things out there. It's like, oh, look, there's my dinner. I think I posted like pictures of my frozen dinner. That's how much I thought I slayed. I poured hot sauce on my frozen dinner and said,
like, slay.
And added some filters.
The Nashville filter.
Yes.
Mine was like just selfies. Just so many selfies with the Nashville filter.
That was the best one, though.
So many photos of my feet for free.
Mm-hmm. That have been redacted.
That have been redacted. But just, it was like you would want to be like in your friend's like Facebook album, or you'd want to be on your friend's, like Instagram, and like it was something everyone just did and enjoyed, and like, and it wasn't awkward or weird to be on your like iPhone 6 or whatever and watch your friends. I mean, we had Snapchat, God forbid.
Yeah.
Like everyone, we were watching people and it was not weird, or
Right.
I didn't think it was weird. But when I just saw that woman on the Instagram, it felt odd. Like it felt like, oh, we shouldn't do, like it was weird. It like, I don't know. Anyways, I felt really serious for a second. That was a good way to start the show. Womp, womp.
And I feel like we always like end up somehow talking about AI or social media and the downfall.
Because it's like, well, it's just something I'm going through right now.
Social media.
Yeah,
stuff.
or like feeling like, oh man, I love talking with you, and like I know to have a podcast you have to be like locked in and on that grind. And then it's like sometimes social media doesn't align with my values.
Yeah. Social media does
Yeah.
really promote the grind in a very unhealthy way, I believe.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be.
Mm-mm.
We're kind of like, we get to make it up, but then we don't.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
the
an
algorithm,
illusion.
I feel like it's changed a lot. And a lot of it does feel a little, I guess it's specific to you, but it's still a little out of your control somehow still,
Yeah, it is interesting how like on your TikTok For You page, it's all stuff because you hover on it. But like, how can you resist a TikTok tarot reading? How?
Do
you know what I
Has this
mean? You're
happened?
gonna
Have you gone to a
hover.
TikTok tarot reading? Or is it just
Yes.
do they read you or like the whole, like someone in the chat? Is it one of those?
Oh, well, I've definitely been on a live accidentally, of course. But no, just flipping through. But because the algorithm, like, it's like it doesn't care if you like it or not. Like, long are the days are like thumbs up, thumbs down. Like,
I know. Should
it's
we
if
bring
you
up thumbs up
hover.
and thumbs down?
We should. Oh my God. We should. Well,
We're-
after we just talked about something super negative and super. Redact that, cut that. I love social media and I love the
Thumbs up.
metaverse. Thumbs up. Yeah, perfect segue. But now it feels so cheap
What?
to give some self promo about rating and reviewing us.
Oh, and speaking of social media,
which we love.
we love it.
Can't get enough.
Oh.
But actually, we are a niche podcast.
Yeah.
We're small. We're independent. We could really use a rate and review on Spotify and iTunes. Please.
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 No.
Not to be desperate or anything.
Not to be too desperate.
No, but no, if you are obsessed with us, we're obsessed with you. And we'd be even more obsessed if you rated and reviewed.
I just smell Justin Bieber.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you hear Justin Bieber recently was at a party and like punched Usher?
I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
It's been building.
It's about time.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I'm not
Usher
surprised.
Also
I'm like, good.
supports Diddy. Well, he said, okay, I don't know if support's the right word. That's a little inflammatory. He was like, I didn't see any of
He's
that.
like, yeah.
I love Diddy.
It's a little
Yeah.
sus.
It's a little punch worthy, if you ask me.
Yeah. Especially from Justin. I understand.
Yeah. It's a little, what did he say? Not catch me outside. That was Bad Baby.
Which, did you know? Apparently, I think can't be 20. I don't think she's that old. 10 years ago.
20 years
20
ago.
years ago. I think she was only 13 on that show. Something like that. Like, because
So 10 years
10
ago.
years. Yeah, because I saw this thing that popped up
Phew.
in my feed. It was like 10-year anniversary of her appearance on Dr. Phil.
It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, not for her, but for the culture.
yeah. It was kind of great for her, though, in a way. Like, she's built a career and
That's
I
actually
think
a good
she's
point.
supporting herself. And
Yeah.
I think she got out of a bad situation.
That's true.
So-
Yeah, catch her outside.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that. Okay, let's get into the topics. What are we obsessed with this week?
But should we just talk about Gaga?
Yeah. So this week we did go to the Mayhem Ball. We saw Gaga. It was your Christmas present to me, which I'm not a stan of any like artist.
Oh my God. I don't know why I thought you were going to say it. I'm like, wait, what?
But I have been a monster since I was an adolescent. Like she's everything to me.
Oh my God. When she made that speech where she's like, I grew up with you guys. Like she was like, we grew up together. I was like trying not to ugly cry.
I know.
We've seen her through all of her iterations.
Which I loved how she can't say eras now. Because like Taylor Swift.
I loved that she found a word.
It was iconic.
It just felt so, I don't know, like, ooh, iterations.
It was. It just, I don't know. Being a monster has been super fulfilling in so many ways and has really like helped me growing up and as a person. I don't know. I love Lady Gaga so much.
Same. And I don't want to compare her and Taylor Swift because they're not the same at all.
They're not the same.
But I will say, like, I don't know if I've ever quite been a Swiftie, you know? I've definitely wavered.
You've definitely not been a Swiftie.
I've never been a Swiftie. But, you know, I've tried to keep an open mind. But,
I'm not a Swiftie, but I try to keep an open mind. And that should be on a t-shirt.
Maybe we can make those. But I've never wavered. Like, I feel like, yeah, I guess I've always been a little monster. I've never labeled myself as a little monster, but I'm like, oh, I guess I am, you know, because I've always stan Gaga as well.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, at the very beginning, I was a little skeptical, but
was it just the outfits, or what was it about Gaga that you were skeptical about?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was just like, yeah, maybe like her persona just a bit, like just being very weird. But then once I like. Honestly, her music slapped. And then I started leaning in. I was like, you know what? Actually, the meat dress is iconic. You know, like it was one of those like subversive. I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel. And I'm like, you know what? She's awesome. You know what I mean? Just
yeah. Well, it's crazy to think about how, yeah, in under 20 years, Lady Gaga has really, you know, like spanned, like it's hard to believe now in 2026 that when she first released like Just Dance and Poker Face, people were clutching their pearls.
I was going to say, that was another thing is I was just like hearing all this stuff and I'm just like, that's kind of crazy, you know?
But then like, because it's crazy, like I remember Just Dance being like one of those, like when you go to Starbucks,
yes,
like free, like iTunes. And I remember just being in the car with my dad and being like, Dad, you have to hear Just Dance by whoever this Lady Gaga person is, because she's going to be bigger than Britney Spears. Like the next, I was already.
I know.
Like
you saw
she,
when no one else could see.
All she said was "Red One," and I was like, that's my pop star. And my dad was like, I don't see it. But then less than a year later, we were in the car again. And he was like, Nikki, you were right. Like, she's a superstar. But also, like, now, okay, I went in 2011, I went to the Monster Ball tour. And that was an amazing show. Even then.
So jelly.
But just seeing her then to now, it's crazy to think that, yeah, the meat dress and like all of these like really zeitgeisty pop culture moments, but people didn't really take her seriously, to like now their little kids were there. There was like a 7-year-old in like the full meat dress and the wig, and like
I know,
you could just tell these were the little kids' first concert. And like
it's cute. I know the Wednesday song, you know, like obviously we know that song, but
oh yeah,
the show Wednesday made Bloody Mary popular again.
Mary. That's just crazy, because isn't that like a TikTok? It wasn't even like in the show.
Actually, you're
or
right.
something.
It wasn't the show.
Yeah.
It was just a TikTok trend.
Crazy. But then she did a song for Wednesday, blah blah blah. But like, and there's like old ladies, like women that would see Cher or Barbara. They're there because they love, you know, her like Star is Born, Tony Bennett eras, and they grew to respect her as an artist. And I'm so glad that I've bared witness, but also she's been there, you know, for me.
Same. Oh my God. Okay.
Or her music's been there for me, I guess.
When she sang Hair, I was like bawling.
No, breathe.
I like couldn't look. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
but I I was bawling.
I think everyone was. Like the people beside us
oh yeah,
definitely were. Like
ugly crying because she came out on the piano and she did Die with a Smile,
mhm.
which okay, best song of the 2020s, perhaps.
It might be. And I know I was like a little slow to warm up
Yeah.
to it, but I don't know why exactly. I think I just missed like her dancey kind of,
Yeah.
you know, I missed like her really poppy. Well, this is a pop song still, I guess, but Die with a Smile is kind of an emotional song, which I do love.
It's a ballad.
It's a ballad, which she's
so good at ballads.
she kills. Yeah. But I just wanted to dance, you know?
Totally.
But then she did release like Abracadabra and all this other stuff. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that now I can like appreciate Die with a Smile.
Totally. I also think like when Die with a Smile first came out, it was almost alongside Folie à Deux.
Yeah,
So
that was the timing.
yeah.
But I do think I still hold my theory that it's related and that part of this, like Die with a Smile, is her as Harley Quinn,
Interesting.
but like in a little drag. Like I think there's like that persona is still in there on a level.
Interesting. Do you think like that? Because you know, in the music video, she's in that like bouffant hairstyle that kind of looks like a cowgirl.
Yeah,
Do you think that's Gaga in this persona with Bruno Mars mixed with Harley Quinn?
yeah, because like well in the Joker movie too, when they did those weird like those scenes that were like dreamy and they were
Yeah.
singing together, like
Do you think that's one of her like delusions
it might be.
or a perfect illusion?
It'd be a perfect illusion.
That's what I loved. The Mayhem Ball, like everyone turned out a fit.
yeah.
And I loved the niche ones. Like I loved the perfect illusion Joanne, like high pony
Mhm.
of this one gal, or like the I think it was a gay pride parade. I don't know. It was like a 2011, 2010. I don't know, but I like could pick up on certain like costume
Looks.
references.
Yeah.
But okay. Speak back to hair. So she plays Die with a Smile, then she sings Hair. I did not expect that
I didn't either.
because when I've seen clips on TikTok, she's performing Speechless, which is also one of my favorites. I probably couldn't breathe.
Actually,
to
yeah,
that
you
one
probably
too.
still cry.
But Hair, because what era of Gaga or iteration of Gaga did you like? What's your era?
There's a part of me that wants to say art pop, you know, but at the same time,
No, I love that though.
like the Born This Way era is kind of, I don't know. I just remember it so well and just being so, I was already like, I was attached, you know, at that point. So Bad Romance had a hold on me, you know, still does.
Yeah, the Fame Monster era is arguably her quote unquote objective best era.
Yeah.
But I'm a Born This Way girl all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, maybe Born This Way.
Yeah, Born This Way is also like, I was a theater kid in school. I mean, it was during the time of Glee, so it was like
Yeah.
not losers anymore, but
You're
like,
take that.
but no, like, I just remember when Born This Way came out, all of us theater kids just like globbed onto it. And, you know, we would just, I don't know, it just gave, like, I could see Gaga giving people, the kids, the confidence.
Yeah.
And she gave me that confidence too. Like, I remember before going to school in like a place where I was like, no one understands me. No one like dresses the way I do or like even looks the way I do. And like, I put on my Jeffrey Campbell Lita boots
Yeah.
every morning to go to school, like Hair playing or Highway Unicorn or Bad Kids.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, just like her singing Hair, I was back to just being like a youth and, you know, pulling up my Lita boots.
Oh,
So
that's beautiful.
So water
I know, like just you
um,
telling me that story. But I love that. Yeah, like I feel like she does have a way of just like reaching people with her music. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like it comes from such a real place, and like I just love that she's able to connect with people like that. Like it's a beautiful thing.
yeah,
You know?
it really is. I 100% stand by, like, especially after seeing her perform now, like her vocals are unmatched.
They are.
choreo, I mean, like, you would not be able to tell this girl, 10 years ago got her hip replaced.
Oh my God. You're so right. Yeah, I forget that.
Yeah.
Well, she also like I don't know how she can sing and do all that. You know what I mean? Like
And her mic was on.
Her mic was on. Yeah. The whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's our generation's Madonna and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
She's Michael Jackson.
She put on a show.
And she, it's the Capital. We saw it at the Capital One Arena, which, is pretty large. And the dancers and the band were great and loved all that. But my favorite moments of the show were just her on stage. That huge stage. She commanded this little girl.
I know, I was thinking that too. I'm like, she's just a little thing up there, but she's like, oh.
Mm-hmm. And even at the encore when she sings How Bad Do You Want Me, stripped back, wig off, just cap on by herself, best performance of the night. Like, she doesn't even need any frills, which is, everyone thought she was a gimmick back like 15 years ago, and it's crazy.
I love that. I love seeing her stripped down too. Like, I mean, she can do it all. I love seeing her like dragged up and stripped down, like
a great artist can do both. But yeah, she's the artist of our time.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
No. And
clip that out, because I want to fight old people in the YouTube comments.
Why?
I don't know.
Because they're all about Elvis?
Yeah.
I'll say it. What I was going to say is just the whole production of it all, I loved. Mm-hmm. And I loved all the skits. Like, I love how she does skits within. Like, it's not just like, you know how like some concerts, like some artists, it's just they sing song after song. They might address the audience, which is great. That's what you go.
It's like a Broadway show.
Yeah, it's like a show. I loved it. I loved like how she played with her personas, like her old personas and her iterations. And I think it's interesting. Like, it seems like she, like with the Mayhem Ball or like her latest album too, just she's playing with this like idea of like darkness or dark and light, like, I don't know, a dichotomy maybe.
Yeah.
But it's like different versions of herself,
Definitely. What was I going to say? I love Mayhem, like the album itself. But it was just so, like, she did a lot of her new album, but it didn't feel like that. And it also didn't feel like she was just doing her greatest hits.
No, it was
just
a bit
of so well.
Yes. And I loved how she would do like I didn't expect her to sing Alejandro or Judas. Like, I kind of wanted her to, but I'm like, I don't know. Maybe she will. You know what I mean? But it's not like I'm like gonna expect
or like
her to.
Shaiba.
Exactly. But I loved that.
I loved it as well.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite song or moment or?
I mean, Hair was really special, but she really tore the house down with Zombie Boy.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. That might have been my favorite because we were all just like jumping. I love because like our seats. I didn't exactly know there were going to be nosebleeds, which was kind of funny. I was like, don't worry, Nick. They're not in the nosebleeds.
Well, I didn't mind. I just knowing that arena, I know how steep those seats are.
It was just so funny, though, because we were like, we're just going to sit down the whole time. We'll be fine. Because it does feel like it's a little discombobulating. And then the people behind us were like, oh, did you hear about that lady that fell down the stairs? It was like they were telling like horror stories.
Well, did you see the guy that ate it?
And then there were people. Yeah, there were like I was just like, oh no. I don't know if you could tell. I was holding on for dear life on the cup holder. I'm like, trying not to freak out. I'm like almost having a panic attack, but I'm like, gotta regulate. Gotta breathe.
Yes,
this is a fun time. I was like leaving my body. But then like when Gaga came out, like all of us stood up.
Yeah, it was so much better when everyone stood up.
I did feel safer. I'm like, well, I'll just fall into they'll catch me. Yeah. It's fine. But that freedom to like bounce around, like I felt like that it was such a catharsis. It was so cool.
Oh, totally. No, and only at a Gaga show or a Charlie XCX show would, after the show's over, there's a big panic in our row because homegirl behind us has lost the poppers. She took them having a great time. Where'd they go?
Oh my God.
So everyone's like on the ground looking for poppers. And we're like, oh, we gotta make the metro.
Yeah, I know. We had to book it. We were like trying to like get around.
We all felt the tension though. Did you notice that? There were so many people like with us, like going going down to the metro being like, we gotta like hustle.
Yes. Yeah, we
Yeah.
weren't the only one. Yeah, I guess there's like a cutoff time,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
Which they extended the hours, but I think just that like I don't know, it was like a weird
I know. Well, some
anxiety.
people got. I thought it was so interesting. Like at the end, I really loved this too. Like at the end, excuse me, you think the show was over, and it technically is over, but like Gaga kind of like lingered on the stage. Like it just felt like, you know, when you go to like a show to see like an artist, you know, that you appreciate, it's just like, it's really lovely that you can tell how much she appreciates her fans as well. And so it's like a little reciprocal. And I loved that her and her crew, like all the dancers and everyone,
Yeah.
they were all like, what is it when they do like they lock their arms and they like do
take a bow,
take a
like
bow.
a curtain call.
Yeah.
It reminded me so much of a theater performance in that way. Because you're right, she does a proper curtain call for her dancers and for, you know, the musicians and everything.
Yeah.
And
And
they
then
take
she like
multiple
waves
bows.
to everyone. Like obviously she's not going to see everyone in that, but you know, we just like that little bit, or like talk, like her, like I said, her speech just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It got, when she admitted that she gets nervous before shows and sometimes on the stage, like that vulnerability, I'm like, oh my God.
She's amazing.
Because a lot of people wouldn't
love
share,
her.
you know what I mean? Or at least not in that moment. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. I mean, she's able to connect with her audience. That's why she's had the career she's had.
yeah,
And I can't be happier.
same. I know. It was great.
Yeah, no, it was great. Also, like at the end, she doesn't sing it, but they play "Sign from Above," the Elton John song from Chromatica. I was like, low key, this song's good too.
I know.
I was like, do I need to revisit Chromatica?
Maybe.
I
I know. I've been listening to Rain on Me a lot.
It's great.
It's very good.
Oh my god, I love "Free Woman"
yes.
from that album. Underrated,
Definitely underrated.
but yeah, no, I loved it all. I even loved the corny moments, like she with her like evil Kermit self, or maybe she's the evil Kermit.
Yes.
She like rose on a boat singing "Shallow,"
I love
and I still ate it out.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I loved all those moments, like all the set pieces and all the skits. And when they spin her around,
So good.
you
The
know.
pyro?
Yes, all the oh my God, there was like one or two times where it startled me and I think I like screamed a little because I like, it was like to end cap a song or something and it was like, I was like,
I loved it. I love some fire.
it was really cool.
Yeah.
I loved her coming out, and I've seen the like her coming out of the giant dress.
Yeah.
But just to experience it, it actually was kind of cool because we're high up, so we're almost
We just saw her head.
yeah.
And it was cool because like the dress was, you know, high and like the kind of like the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
But the dancers were all in like underneath it was a cage.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone was in the cage. And then she goes down the dress.
It was cool. Like, yeah, her coming out in the dress or like going into the floor and coming out the floor.
Yes.
I loved it. I love her, the Mistress of Mayhem, and when she's like hobbling around.
Paparazzi.
Oh my God. I was so excited. I was hoping she would sing Paparazzi.
It's a staple. It's a
Yeah.
Gaga staple. But you know what I love maybe the most? At least in that beginning section, she does for all of her hits like Love Game or Bad Romance, Just Dance, she's doing her old choreo.
Yeah.
And I love that because that is like the Michael Jackson element where it's like, oh yeah, this is iconic choreography.
Yeah. You know what I thought was crazy?
Mm.
When she was asked, she was like, will y'all come back in 20 years to see me? And everyone's like, hell yeah. Like everyone's like screaming like,
Yeah.
because I feel like she's one of those artists, like she's just like one of the greats. You know what I mean? And I feel like her career, like she is like Madonna or like Cher. Like they reinvent themselves, keep coming back. You know?
100%. But I would even argue that she's more like Michael Jackson
Yeah.
as far as just like of our time. Like she's like surpassed it.
You might be right.
You know, and I wasn't alive for a lot of Madonna in her heyday. But I don't know. Well, I think Madonna. I think Madonna is a good comparison. I just think like she's the king and queen of like
She is.
whatever.
Oh my God.
you know.
Oh, I wish she brought out Joe Calderone.
Yeah, that's why I'm like maybe the Michael Jackson thing mixed with a little Madonna, but there's just something about her that's I don't know. I know this is kind of divisive, but you know how Britney Spears is the princess of pop, and I totally like get that, but I you know I love Britney.
Yeah. No, I know. Same. We all do.
We all love Britney Spears. Britney Spears is not, I don't know if she's like not the princess of pop. I don't know if you could ever be dethroned.
I know. I was going to say, so are we like, has
But,
she
like,
been dethroned?
If we're doing like A-B of like pop stars and like Gaga's our Michael Jackson or our Madonna, Britney's our Janet. That's who really is her like counterpoint.
Yeah.
And, you know, Janet Jackson, another princess of pop. Like, I think princess, but I don't know if we got to see Britney to like her fullest potential, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, we didn't get a lot of years with her. I think with Gaga or even a Taylor Swift at this point, we get more time.
Yeah.
So but I guess my point is we're like 30, almost 40 years like out from these like king and queen and whatever of pop.
Yeah.
There should be something new. Like we have to look at it from our point,
Like a new queen of
point.
pop.
Yeah.
Maybe queen. Is anyone the queen of pop? Well, I guess
Madonna
is. Yeah, I guess she is the queen.
And she's still the queen of pop.
Yeah.
The king of pop. It is Michael Jackson, but like But he's dead. And when kings die, they do get replaced. And not saying that Gaga's better than Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson is no longer with us on this earthly
Someone
realm.
needs to fill
So
the
someone needs to
position.
fill the position, and I think that's Lady Gaga.
She's the king. Madonna and Gaga.
Yeah,
King and
no, 100%.
Okay,
And Britney's still the princess, but there could be more princesses.
There can. Yeah. Yeah, I think there are some
Yeah.
princesses.
And some duchesses.
There are. And I was about to say there are some duchesses. Yeah.
I'd say.
Where would Cher be in all this though? You know what I mean? Like I'm like, where would she be? Like, because I was gonna say a duchess, but I don't know if that's like fair to share.
Cher is somewhere else. She's in
On
like
another planet.
she's on another planet with Barbara Streisand and like Liza Minnelli
Okay.
and those types of greats.
Okay.
Like you know, like we don't include Whitney Houston in this pop gamut. Where's Mariah Carey?
That's a good point. Okay, yeah.
Because if we're doing vocalists,
Mm.
maybe queens of the vocals.
Yeah.
It was Aretha Franklin. It was Whitney Houston, but then I don't know who beat them. The queens of the vocals.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
divas.
The divas. They're the divas. You're right. And speaking of diva,
Uh-huh.
cast a diva, if you will.
Ooh, who's this?
Maria Callas.
Oh yeah. What was your thoughts on the opera?
I love the opera element in the very beginning of the show. It was, I mean, I wonder what was on the screen. I don't know if it was,
we couldn't see the screen.
but like just that music playing like beforehand, like I just like, it got me going.
Maria Callas is the queen of the opera.
She is, yeah. Just add her to the divas.
Speaking of pop stars, it is the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana.
Oh, yeah.
And that special just came out on Disney Plus, which I haven't seen because I watched the trailer and I sobbed.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know if I watched the trailer or not. I think I was just on YouTube and it was some clip of like from the first episode of Hannah Montana.
Mhm.
And I sobbed just thinking about it. You know what I mean? And
But apparently Chapel Roan makes an appearance.
what?
Selena Gomez makes a cameo.
Do we need to watch the 20th anniversary?
I don't know. I'm like toying with it. It's a very interesting thing, like nostalgia.
Yeah.
As someone that like loves nostalgia, who, you know, at one point we had a whole podcast about nostalgia, but I do think it's like, I don't know, like a double-edged sword or something. I don't know. I think in one way it's like cool because like, you know, like my inner child, you know, I loved Hannah Montana back in the day. Like I
Yeah.
remember 20 years ago all my friends in class being like, Hannah Montana comes out.
Mm-hmm. And we saw Hannah Montana in concert.
We did.
It was
with the
great.
Cheetah Girls.
Yeah.
Front row.
We were.
I mean, we, went to the opening night of the Best of Both Worlds concert. We had to stand up. It was so crowded. It was a great night. We had to sleep over and then we left so hard, like until 2:00 in the morning.
That was that concert.
That
yeah.
was-
Okay. Yeah.
That was the movie concert.
That was a good time.
The one with the Jonas Brothers. But yeah, I feel like we've grown up with Miley
We have.
and Hannah Montana. So in one way, I'm like, oh, I might want to check it out. But in another way, I'm like, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. Just like how Hannah Montana influenced all of, Sabrina Carpenter and Chappell Roan and kind of celebrating that. And all of us are now with big girl money and disposable income. And, I love it in that respect. But then it's really interesting to see Miley Cyrus doing all the Hannah Montana promo. Because it's you would think that this woman is 50 years old. Miley Cyrus is only 33 years old. I know she's lived a lot of life.
Yeah.
But she has a song, she has an album called Younger Now.
Oh,
she
yeah.
has When We Were Young, or whatever the song's called.
Younger You?
Well, yeah, she just came out with Younger You for the 20th anniversary. She came out with a song a couple years ago called I Used to Be Young.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. And that depressed me. I was like, huh?
This
If she
bitch is
used to
30
be young,
years
then
old.
what does that mean for me? Anyway, I took it a little personal.
Well, it's just, I know she's lived a lot of life,
Yeah.
but it's also crazy to think it's this is almost like a career retrospective. And I get it. It changed her life in a
It does
crazy
feel really
drastic
soon
way.
for that, though, for a career retrospective. And
It just feels weird to me. I don't know.
yeah, I agree. I'm like, oh, on one hand, I'm like, I love Miley Cyrus,
Mm-hmm.
and I like how her career's evolved, and we've been with her through her iterations.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like, huh, wait a minute, she's still very young. You know what I mean? And maybe, but then again, now that I'm thinking about it, did she say she had something wrong with her, her vocal, her
Yeah.
vocal cords or something from singing, so all the
Yeah.
crazy rehearsals and
Yeah.
stuff they had her do as a kid.
Well, yeah, there's this viral video of her at 14 years old talking about her day that starts Mark Wahlberg style hours and going to the Today Show and doing this and that and radio, and it's crazy, bus another club.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it is very interesting. I just wish, I don't know, people celebrated life. I think that's a big part of why I'm loving watching Sex in the City right now, because those women are in their 30s and it's aspirational.
Yeah.
Or watching romantic comedies from the 90s and early 2000s, Jenna Rink was 30, flirty and thriving. And then you have Miley Cyrus being we're all old, we used to be young.
yeah.
So it's a little interesting because we have so much life left.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting angle to take, I suppose.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Where I'm is this supposed to make me feel good? But then I love also healing my inner child and listening to old Hannah Montana songs, or thinking about the Hannah Montana movie and
Yeah.
just my old self feels healed looking back in that way. I don't know. How do you feel about all that?
a little conflicted as well. I feel you with nostalgia. It is kind of one of those things. It's yeah, it's sometimes I'll hear songs, not just from Miley Cyrus, but it's it just makes you think about being an adult. And it is it's like that song by 21 Pilots, Stressed Out.
I haven't listened to that song in a really long time.
Yeah. I keep hearing it at work. I don't know why. It just keeps playing. And
that was a group that I listened to, their first album and that second album,
yeah,
Blurry Face, all the time. And I haven't listened to them in 10 years.
it's still really good.
I'm sure. It'd take me right back. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the I mean, you said Chappell Roan makes an appearance.
mm-hmm. And I love that. I would have loved, I think I saw it on Substack, but I'd love, like, they had this idea where, like, instead of doing this retrospective, they had like a compilation album where like Olivia Dean and Sabrina Carpenter sing like
that sounds cool.
Hannah Montana songs.
And then like Miley Cyrus can sing some songs too, maybe with the, like,
yeah, just like different, or
that'd be
or like, you know how Miley Cyrus like redid like We Can't Stop, and you know, like some of her like See You Again, Wrecking Ball, she redid them with like mashups.
that would be really, yeah.
But I love that we're like bringing back Hannah Montana right now.
Yeah.
This is nice for my soul.
Honestly, I kind of just want to watch Hannah Montana.
I do love that Miley Cyrus spoke this into existence.
She did.
Yeah, apparently before the special was even a thing, she was like talking about it on the red carpet to just manifest it.
So this was her idea, basically.
Yeah.
That's good. I do feel like she does seem like she's in a place where she's like honoring her younger self, which is nice.
I know.
Because I'm sure like
Miley, you're still young, girl.
yeah, except that but maybe as a child actor it's different, like, or you know, maybe
That's true.
I'm not sure, because I feel like she's had to break through a lot, or like, you know how she tried to get rid of her old persona, like it was like maybe she had like a love-hate relationship with Hannah Montana, you know what I mean, like trying to differentiate herself, and then maybe now it's like coming back, I don't know, like a full, maybe this is her Saturn return of sorts.
100%.
But hopefully she doesn't feel old forever. Because, yeah.
I don't know. It's very interesting. Like, Justin Bieber doesn't have to do this. Harry Styles doesn't have to. I mean, I know they want, like, Miley wants to, but, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is just going to be a feminist rant. Never mind. But it is just interesting how, like, female pop stars really, like, have to be successful, like, iterations.
I get what you're saying, because now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I'm like Harry Styles. I don't really think of him in the like, you could say like maybe or you might just say like he has some albums, but you don't. We don't hold him on the same standard. Same thing with Justin Bieber. I'm like, his sound has changed a bit over the years, but it's not like that major. Like no one's like. That's so interesting.
And no one is like they're old.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't know.
I feel like you're onto something.
I think I am, but I don't. It's not. I'll figure it out someday.
No. Now my mind just goes to the Manosphere documentary.
Oh my god. So you finally watched the Louis Theroux documentary inside the Manosphere?
Oh my gosh. It's not really funny, but Louis Theroux, his expressions and his reactions to what these people are saying, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, oh my god. Like, it's so clear that he thinks like these young men are just like idiots.
Well, they really do paint themselves. The thing that's so funny, and I know, like, it's really interesting on a couple different levels. Like, I don't want to be like, if you don't know Louis Theroux, then, you know, like.
Well, I didn't realize who he was until you told me. You're like, oh yeah, that.
But he did
jiggle song.
It rolls.
Or wiggle.
He also did the Scientology, like My Scientology movie, one of the first Scientology documentaries that I remember seeing. But, you know, he's a world famous documentarian.
Right.
Who makes documentaries that exposes a lot of cults, but he's a documentarian.
He lets people talk.
Because that's kind of his thing. But also, these people in the manosphere, around the manosphere, on the periphery even of the manosphere, I don't think have ever seen a documentary or know what a documentarian does.
Oh my god, that was like the first guy.
Yeah.
The first guy they talked to, he like talks into the camera like he's vlogging. It was so funny to me because like Louis Theroux, he's like, hey, you got to talk to me, buddy. Like, this is a conversation. He's like, oh, my bad.
Or like when, I forget who it was. It might have been HS Tiki Talkie. I don't remember. Don't care. But he's like, tries to like spin him. Oh my God, what is the guy? The guy that he made a documentary about that exposed the like the British guy from the BBC.
Oh, who's that guy's name?
Yeah.
The British guy? Isn't it like,
Oh.
is it Jake something? No. Is it Andrew Tate?
Not Andrew Tate. The one that he did. There's like toward the end of the doc when he's with the TikTok guy is with his mom.
Oh yeah, that's the part I was at that part, and then that's where I like left off, and I didn't see the exact like what happened after he kind of talked to his mama.
Did you see the part where he like brings up this guy that Louis Theroux did a documentary on and was like, you supported this pedophile, whatever, and tries to spin it on him, to do, like those like right-wing talking points. If you're around, if you did a documentary about someone, you're a part of the,
he
like
tried to flip it.
So he tried to flip it, but it falls so flat because it's like, bro, he did a documentary on him. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's not co-signing something. You have to like use your brain.
A lot of Yeah, you're right. I don't think they understood.
Yeah, there's like such a disconnect, and I think what this.
Whoa, are you doing the power position?
I know, right? Oh
I'm
my
just
god!
kidding.
No. Okay, wait a second, though. Okay, which isn't this also? And this could still, if you're gonna be a tinfoil hat, this could still be Illuminati, but like Hove. Like Jay-Z, people would do this and like be like Illuminati, and all these manosphere guys are like Illuminati's a symbol, but the manosphere symbol is also the Illuminati sign just pointed down. That's a conspiracy.
Yeah,
I think they are also drinking the children's blood.
Maybe
everything is a cult, but what Louis Theroux does really well with this documentary is really just point out how it is a con scheme for teenage boys.
Yeah, it really does expose that, I feel. Because, the first guy, the tiki-taki guy, he's basically like, yeah, I don't even believe in half this stuff, but I do. He's like, I do this just for the money. And he's like, yeah, being transparent makes me, better somehow, but I don't know. It's still, because, Louis Theroux, challenges him a bit. He's like, well, don't you think you should be promoting positive things and not preying on people's worst, whatever, impulses or whatever he said. And he's like, but that's not going to get me money. So, but I also thought it was interesting because he's also like, well, if I said any of this, my mom would slap me. And then that conversation with the mom, you could tell she wanted to slap him. I wonder if off camera she slapped him.
Well, it's interesting too. I don't know if this was the documentary or something else I saw, but they show it from a different perspective where HS Tiki-Taki's talking to his mom and the mom's like, pick this up. And he's like, okay, mom. And the roles are really reversed. So he does act different,
Yeah, he might have
when he thinks that the cameras aren't rolling. But
still, why would you choose that as your persona? Do you know what I mean?
Because it really does get engagement, and all these teenage boys have really malleable brains and frontal lobes that aren't developed.
Did you think it was sweet that those two young men that they interviewed that are just they're, I don't know who this well, he's not an architect. What does he do? He's a steel man? I don't really understand I guess he's a man and he builds buildings like all men do, because only men can build.
Which one was this?
He was in was it Florida? I think he was from Louisiana.
The guy
I don't know
with
who he is.
The older guy with
I'm sorry to this man.
where he pretends he doesn't know how many kids he has.
He's like, I don't know how many. Yeah, and he only had 2. He makes it sound like he has a bunch of unknown. He's 2. He was a mess.
It's just a persona.
He's a hot mess, a steaming hot mess, if you will. But I thought it was interesting. He's I don't know, just saying all this junk. It's total jargon, and he has a class he teaches on life. It's his whole thing was the school. Was it the School of Life or something like that?
The only School of Life I subscribe to is School and Life by Beyonce.
Oh,
great song.
Yeah, hell yeah. I know. I'm if Beyonce had a school, if she was running, I don't know, it'd be so different.
I mean, she doesn't need to.
She doesn't need to. Yeah.
A lot of people don't need to, which fascinates me the most about this documentary, I think.
I do feel a lot of it comes from insecurity.
They're so insecure.
And I think a lot of the boys that they're reaching, I guess you could say, are also really insecure. But I thought it was sweet that those young men had the most wholesome takeaways from this guy. They're like, you're my hero. They only had like nice things. Like you could tell that they are probably good people, but that like if they get too far into this believing, like they might take away the wrong message. Cause like,
but they're only the wrong message. What are these like manosphere guys saying that's actually like good?
yeah.
Because
they seem down to, I guess the kids, they seem down to earth is my point, but they're like,
but they're kids.
Yeah. They're getting mixed up with the wrong crowd.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that is so different, like the fans, but they're also just young teenage boys.
Yeah.
Who are getting fed things that they're gonna, when they start dating people and like having relationships or like,
oh my God,
up, it's gonna be different.
That was one of my favorite parts. After there's like this one influencer or whatever that I guess he has a podcast and he like records things almost 24/7. He like lives in his like podcasting room and he has a partner who a lot of these men too were like, yeah, I want to have multiple wives.
Yes.
Like you're like, oh yeah, I've got a few ladies in the rotation, but my aspiration is to have multiple wives. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And each time the ladies are not happy. If like, I loved that Louis Theroux like pushes, is kind of like, hey, so like, how does she feel about this? And he's like, oh, she doesn't care, whatever. And then he asks, well, she's present.
It's like, how do you?
And you can clearly see on her face, or she'll like push back a little bit, like just enough to be like, you can tell. And when he called out that one girl was uncomfortable and there was tension.
And then they broke up.
I think, did they? For real? I think
that's the one that broke. We haven't seen the end.
I haven't seen the end, but I was really, that's okay.
Okay.
That's a good spoiler because I wrote that down. I'm like, I hope they break up. I hope
they broke up.
I'm like, girl, you deserve more.
You know, maybe a positive takeaway is all of these men are deeply, deeply insecure because, you know, from the get-go, Louis Theroux doesn't even like every time the documentary cameras are on them, they're projecting so hard and deflecting so much that it really does expose them more because it's like you won't let anyone else speak.
They seem like paranoid too.
Yeah, like they're trying to control the room so hard. It's like you can tell that they're insecure. But the silver lining to that is, why are they insecure? Because they know their cons and they're afraid to get exposed.
Yeah.
Why are they so insecure around their girlfriends and wives? Because they know deep down, well, these women don't believe that, but they don't believe that. And then they're afraid that if women are equally as successful or independent, that they won't want them anymore, which is probably true.
Which is true. Yeah.
And don't need them.
That's what it is. And that's why they have to, like, it really irked me that one guy, like, tearing these women down on his podcast. And, like, also the whole, just like that group of men, like, it was just so icky that they would just have all these comments. And then the people that could, like, I guess you could pay money to have, like, a comment that he would read out loud, which was always, like, a really shitty comment. But I loved that, like, Louis Theroux was like, this, like, a lot of things he would just, like, in a calm, like, in a respectful tone. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he stays so composed. Yes. I think that's how he gets away with all the, you know what I mean? Like, he's not like, he's just kind of like calls it out and just lets things speak for themselves. Like all the women in that room, they're kind of like disgusted. You know what I mean by everything.
Well, I mean, it's crazy. Like these men just deserve a slap, but they're not men, they're boys.
That's the dark side of social media.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
That's so true.
Did you hear that Dula Peep is going to be in an A24 film?
Yes. I am very excited.
I thought of you immediately. It's she's supposed to star like alongside Connor Story in like supposed to be this movie coming. Well, actually I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but it's supposed to be filming. I think they just started filming or they're about to start filming. Maybe it's next month they start filming.
So it's directed by Molly Gordon. Love. And it stars Dua Lipa, Emma Mackey, Connor Story, and Laura Dern. It's a comedy called Peaked.
And from my understanding, it's like two girls that peaked in high school. But they're so it's like it sounds kind of like Romeo and Michelle, but the opposite of like, you know what I mean? Like it's the mean girls in the school that go to their reunion.
Yes.
I don't know. It sounds like it'll be funny to me.
I'm so excited for it. It does really sound funny.
Like, I wonder if this will be a future cult classic. I know it hasn't even come out, but you know what I mean? Like, just the premise could be interesting.
Very much so.
I feel like we didn't really get to see a lot of Dua Peep in the Barbie movie either, right?
No.
She was like kind of, we didn't really get to see what she could do.
She was just a mermaid.
Yeah.
No,
she had that song, but
I am sure that Dua Peep will be good.
I'm like, ooh, we got to see this. And it's A24 too. So
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God. I'm excited with Laura Dern and Connor Story as well.
uh-huh.
Emma Mackey. I love it. And I love Molly Gordon's writing. And I love, that group of gals' minds. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we
Yeah.
should go see it whenever
100%.
it comes out.
I'm excited.
Give our reviews, To switch gears, I do have a motivational playlist I'd like to share that I've been obsessed with. I created it. I don't know. Sometimes you just need a little extra pep in your step, and that's what I've needed lately.
100%.
Coming out of the darkness. I mean, I know it's finally spring, but
No,
it hasn't sprung. It's springing now. I feel it's sprung a little, but
yeah. It's the spring is starting to sprung.
it's a little,
But yeah.
stay motivated. Anyway, would you like to know what's on this playlist? I meant to share it with you. I meant to
yeah.
send it to you, but I
Oh my
don't
God.
know.
I love a good motivational playlist. And you are the best at those like hype songs.
Thank you. I love it. Like, I love a good hype song. Like, it's just, I don't know. If I'm having a really bad day, I'll just put on a hype song.
What is on this motivational playlist?
Okay, so the first song is "Break My Soul" by Beyonce, obviously.
Renaissance, that whole album, like I've told you this before, but like if you play it front to back, just a mantra, go on a walk and listen to Renaissance, and it will change your. It's like walking around with crystals if you listen to that album.
Wow. I don't think I've ever listened to it in order like that.
It's a great experience.
Maybe I need to get the premium just for that.
Yes.
Just to, it's on sale now. I keep getting all these ads. It's $6.99.
I would highly recommend it.
It could be worth it. Anyway, that's the first song. There's a song called "Drag Me Out" by Kahlo, and oh my gosh, it's basically a song about. To me, it's a song about dancing being banned in a small town. But
Footloose?
It's Footloose. She's basically singing about, but she's like, does no one dance in this town anymore?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm bored. These hoes make me bored. You know what I mean? So it's like, she's like, someone's got to drag me out of this club. Like, it's just such like a fun song because she's like, I'm just going to dance all night, basically. And you're going to have to drag me out. Then Get Motivated. That it's kind of, I think it was like a little viral moment for a bit where this guy like remixed. There's this girl that she was like, she had like her own mantra. She's like, get up, get out, get motivated, get your motherfucking shine on today. And then he took what she said and then added it to music. And that Crystal Water song, Gypsy Woman.
She's homeless. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that little, it's got the ding, 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 like whatever that
Love
keyboard,
it.
like that, like on loop. And then he adds some other sound of it. Anyway, it's a great motivational song. I want to make it my alarm. I haven't entirely figured out how to do that, but that's my goal, is to make that my wake up alarm because I hate waking up. You know what I mean? Like, waking up is so hard.
It is very hard. Falling asleep is really hard, and waking up is
Falling asleep is also hard. You're right.
Shout out depressed girlies.
Depressed girlies and non-morning people. Anyway, let's see. These words, Natasha Bedingfield. Send Me On My Way, Rusted Root.
On my way.
There's a song called Goat by Charlotte Devaney. I don't know this song very well, but it just kind of slapped, And then there's another song called Don't Forget to Breathe by Associanu. It's kind of like one of those, it's like, she's like, don't forget to breathe. Like, I'd have to play it for you, but there's a couple songs that are kind of like, they have like this like 90s club vibe in the background.
What makes a good motivational playlist in your mind?
Anything that makes you feel like you can conquer the world. You know what I mean? Like something that's really like talking you up. Another song on here is called It Girl. It's also, I'm just noticing, it's by that same artist, Kahlo, and a couple other people. She's talking about it like she's an it girl. Everyone's looking at her. Like, I think those songs that are like, you are the main character, like main character energy, for me personally, motivates me. Like, you better work,
So like you're on like Drag Race.
Essentially,
I
like,
that.
yeah. I'm like anything RuPaul. I'm trying to think what else.
I did go through a phase where I listened to Kitty Girl
Yes,
like every single day.
me too.
Like that was the only song that like got me through a really dark period.
Aw, me too.
Yeah. Gaga and Drag Race have really like lifted me out of specific hardships.
Honestly, I should add Rain on Me to this maybe, and like something. I think anything. Also, to further answer your question, I think anything that also could make you dance and move your body, like just like to like a little, because I feel like, I don't know, it's not enough to have a power ballad, but something that really, like for me, this is just for me, how I get motivated. But I'm like,
you
needs to be sassy.
inspired me.
I have?
I made my own motivation.
Oh my God. What's on your playlist?
Okay. Same vibe, but a little different. Slight difference. So my playlist is called Boots the House Down.
Oh.
And the artwork is Nicole Kidman at the 2003 or 2004.
I love
like,
this.
camp.
I love using custom artwork. I never do it, but I love this.
Well, okay. My first song is Alter Ego, Doechii and JT.
Ooh.
I like it. Cardi B, Princess Diana, Ice Spice.
Oh my God.
Some Flo Milli, some Rico Nasty.
Share this with me. Oh my God.
Some Jenny from Blackpink, which you put me on to. So like Jenny.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Mantra are on there. Some Glorilla. And yeah, I'm That Girl, Beyonce off Renaissance.
Okay.
And Vroom Vroom by Charlie XCX.
Yes.
Beep beep.
I love it. Oh my God. We should share it. We should like send each other our plays. I want to like.
We'll also link them below.
Yes, we could. We should link. Let's link our playlists. Yeah, because I feel like I don't know. Sometimes you know what I miss.
What?
I kind of miss like I know like social media could be like kind of like meh, but I feel like with Spotify, I do miss the social media aspect just because it's so like it was fun to kind of see what your friends are listening to, or I guess technically you can still send things in messages, but no one messages each other on Spotify anymore, do they?
I mean, on occasion, but no,
it doesn't feel. It just feels like we're all just like closed off. And we're like, I'm like, how's anyone going to find my banging playlist?
Like it's so interesting because I agree. Like back in the day, you could, it was a little invasive, but social media was so public in that way where it was like, oh yeah, it's totally normal for you to like always be like, oh yeah, Kyler's listening to
it would be funny because it'd be in real time and you're like, oh wow, they're awake right now. Me too.
100%. I miss that as well, just like that communal aspect, or like I think like everything blended, personal life and like social media life blended a little too much, and then we got too surveillance-y. Like I think that's the thing where social media, when it wasn't surveillance-y, was fun. Like it's not as cute nowadays to be like an investigator, like if your friend was dating someone, or like you'd be like an Instagram investigator, and now it just feels like everyone's surveilling each other.
Yeah,
it's not cute.
It's not.
No. But sharing playlists is so cool. I love it. I love when like it's my Substack people like
maybe that's where my playlist should go. I just feel like my playlists sometimes need an audience. Not all of them. Sometimes I have a lot of privated playlists because it's always like a one-off song. It's like a playlist I start and never finish, or it's just for me that day. It's like how I'm feeling and it's all over the place.
Yeah. You should put it on Substack.
Sometimes I'm like, this is a vibe, and I don't know.
I just feel like there's the right corners of the internet, which is why I really think Substack is probably the way to go.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Because everything else seems like such an uphill battle now.
Yeah.
And also doesn't really align. Like, when are we, like, collectively going to, like, start to feel like the manosphere the longer we're in the metaverse at all?
Yeah. It does seem that way. Or, like, X.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, if anyone's still on X.
Yeah, true.
I was on there recently, and it was...
It's like crickets?
A little bit. It was really sad.
Things aren't popping off. The information's not exchanging like that anymore. Like, Crazy.
Just not on my feed, I guess. But I haven't been on in like a year.
I know I haven't been on in like years.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's the thing about nostalgia too. It's like you can't really force anything to be like it was.
Yeah, you have to surrender.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's why we should Substack.
Yeah, that's why we probably will move to Substack. I think
I think
that's
so. Future. I love that you created a playlist as well, though.
You inspired me.
That's so cool.
Because I was like, you know what, Bree's right. You gotta listen to like motivational music to
Yeah.
start your day. Let's send it to me, and I'll send you mine.
Okay, I'm sending you mine like right now.
I'll send you mine, and we'll link it in the show notes.
I have to remove one song though because it's not the vibe. It was just how I was feeling that day, which goes totally against the rest of it.
Gotcha. I feel like I'm gonna move some things around, so this isn't set in stone.
I'm like, first I must perfect my playlist, and then maybe I'll add. It's titled "You Won't Break My Soul" because I couldn't come up with another name. I didn't have to. I just had to create it. I had to get it out of my system. Do you ever do that? You start and it suggests whatever song you start with, and you're just like, that's fine.
100%. Sometimes you really just have to let it out. I love this. Okay, to close this out, can we start a new segment on this pod?
Oh yeah,
Or whenever we feel like it. Nothing's set in stone.
true.
But it's something I'd like to call I'll Be the Judge. It's where Bree puts on her Judge Judy wig, metaphorically, robe, and her gavel, where I bring up some current pop culture and fashion news, and Bree gives her ruling on if we are obsessed or not.
Oh, okay.
So I will pose some questions, some pop culture moments, and Bree, you will say, and you'll be the judge if we are obsessed or not, and I will overrule it if fit.
All right.
Or I'll agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Case closed, maybe.
Yes, case closed. Okay. Taylor Swift makes her first major appearance of 2026 with her fiancé Travis Kelce at the iHeartRadio Awards. Stylist Joseph Cassell Falconer dressed the hitmaker in a custom pale green velvet corset by Vinderhoft, inspired by her latest album, The Life of the Showgirl. Are we obsessed with this era?
I don't think so. But I haven't seen the look.
Well,
Do I need to look at the look, or are you just asking?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, look at the look. I have a couple questions for you.
Okay. I'm pulling up the look right now because I saw a little bit like of the dress, like just somehow it was in my feed. I'm like, oh, okay, that looks nice.
Okay, yeah. Maybe my
Okay.
first question is, what do you think of the look?
The look itself is not bad. I mean, she looks pretty. She kind of looks like Tinkerbell, actually, now that I'm looking at it. You know what I mean?
I love the look. To be
Yeah.
honest.
I like it. It looks classy. She's working. I have like no critiques on this look. It's simple. It's elegant. It's really nothing crazy, but I like this color a lot, and I like the bodice at the top. Like I like how it's like, yeah, it's a little bit of a corset. Is that? I guess it must be 2 pieces, is what it looks like, and I love this like minty green color she's wearing. Like it looks really nice on her. I don't have anything bad to say. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I was just they showed a picture of this designer's work. I'm just not super familiar with their work, but it looks nice.
So for her first outing of 2026, are we obsessed?
Yeah, I don't want to hate just to hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. If according to Vogue, having a boyfriend is embarrassing, are we obsessed with this outing for Swift and Kelce?
I mean,
And somber, oddly enough.
oh my God, they're somber. Wait, I was trying to figure out who that was. Oh my God,
Their
somber?
child?
Somber 8. Oh my God. Somber.
Somber's
I'm
look?
obsessed with somber. Look, cut Kelsey out and just her and somber. They coordinate a little.
Okay.
It's the shininess in his jacket. I'm just saying.
So are you trying to say we are obsessed with Travis, or no, we're not obsessed with Travis
Wrong.
Kelce, obsessed
Objection.
with Somber and Taylor Swift.
Yes. I don't know why my screen is so. Yeah. I mean, just saying, like, that's hot, I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, Travis Kelce, it's like the most basic outfit. I thought he was supposed to, like, supposedly have some fashion sense. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really obsessed with Travis Kelce. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, she looks great though, you know? And so does Somber. Travis Kelce just looks like a regular dude, which is fine. But I mean, he's not pulling that look. You know what I mean? Like, he's not bringing out the sparkly jacket and like this, like.
You know what? I actually agree with you. Taylor Swift should have just brought Somber as her date.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, come on. Everyone else, because I'm trying to remember who else was at the awards, but I kept seeing like outfits, you know, just in my feed. And I was like, oh, like everyone looked pretty good that I saw. So
I didn't see anyone except Taylor Swift, but I'm sure. I actually do like Somber's outfit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we think, Nick?
I think. Let me think about it. I know I asked you this question, but
We will. I don't table the kid. The jury will deliberate.
Wait. Okay. Okay. The jury is still out.
The jury's still out.
I think that while I am not obsessed with this era of Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
I think it's rather boring. I wasn't a fan of the Life of a Showgirl. I think her with Travis Kelce is also very boring. But now that you've posed her in Somber, not even dating, like just going to award shows and like,
Yeah.
Because, okay, Taylor Swift is a mirror ball, self-proclaimed mirror ball.
Mm.
So when she's with pared down, like guy at the local truck stop-esque Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Sorry, Travis Kelce. But he used to have style. And then
That's
he
what I'm
dated
saying.
Taylor
Is like I
Swift.
feel like he would have maybe worn that kind of jacket at some point because we have seen him in some funky looks.
Yeah, but now Travis Kelce, I don't know a lot about him, but now he's looking a little hometown,
Too basic.
hometown man. You know, he looks like he's the captain of the football team. That's just a hottie, a zaddy, if you will. Yeah, he looks like the hottest high school football coach.
He does.
So I think like when you see Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, optically not a huge fan. I kind of like it when she dates twinks. I love Maddie Healy. I have an appreciation for Joe Alwyn. She made her best music when she was with Joe Alwyn. I liked her the best.
You have a point.
But she's just a mirror ball, and I don't take that away from Taylor Swift's feminism and whatever. But I do think if she, instead of Travis Kelce, makes her new date going forward Somber.
Yes.
You know.
Best dressed.
Best dressed. No, I think Taylor Swift's outfit looks better when you see it near Somber's.
It does.
Yeah, she looks better.
He's
like
elevating her look.
something is elevating her look, and I don't really know what it is. I think it's because of Taylor Swift specifically, where I'm not obsessed with her bringing the fiance, only because it detracts from Taylor Swift and all of her like achievements inherently, because for 20 years Taylor Swift has been known as the gal who sings. She's never been able to shake that, like, she only writes songs about boys who've broken her heart.
Yeah.
So she's always like positioned in the media as male centered.
Mm.
So I think like get her with a cute twink, Somber, like who like gives, like, she's not like old enough to be his mom, but she's like you know, like a cougar. Like I think that's cool.
Yeah. No,
Like
cool.
I think Taylor Swift and Somber moving forward, that's what I'm obsessed with.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
But the jury's still out.
Jury's still out. I feel that. Yeah.
There's so many months in the year where Taylor Swift can change it up
Mm-hmm.
and just bring Somber as her +1.
True. Yeah. Yeah. We don't need to see Travis Kelce everywhere.
Yeah. Speaking of fashion, Anya Taylor-Joy is doing a little bit of method dressing. But yeah, so she is promoting Super Mario Galaxy. And, it's from Jacquemus. She's wearing like a Princess Peach inspired
Oh my God. I love this
ensemble.
I actually love this. I didn't know I don't know why I thought she was going to be in a Mario hat. I actually love this because, well, for one, Princess Peach was one of my favorite princesses and characters to play, you know, like in the Mario universe. Like anytime I could, you know, like as a kid, like if I was playing like what is it? Like Super Mario Kart
Yeah.
or Super Smash Brother. Is that the one? Where's the one where they fight each other and it like combines all the different games? It's something like that. I think. Anyway, Princess Peach was my gal, you know?
Love it.
And you know what? She actually looks great as wait, so she's Princess Peach. Wait, what is this movie?
Well, it's the animated Super Mario Galaxy. The
Oh.
one with Chris Pratt. They're doing like a sequel.
And he's Mario, right?
Yeah. You know, Peaches. This is
Jack
sequel.
Black. Okay, yeah. Interesting. Oh my gosh, this sounds crazy, but a high fashion like a dark twisted Mario movie.
Ooh,
But, like,
live action?
Live action.
Well, this was my question for you, Brie. Okay. Well, one, is method dressing still going strong or is it becoming passe?
To be honest, I really feel like it is becoming passe. But maybe not. I could be wrong. Like, I think maybe if done right, it could be really effective. Like, I really did like Margot Robbie's method dressing for Wuthering Heights, you know? And I
Yeah.
really like this. So I'm like, I don't
Which
know.
Anya Taylor-Joy's giving a little Joanne.
Actually, yes. Oh my God. She really is. That color pink, that hat, the long blonde hair.
It's Joanne. But what was I going to say about method
I guess there's
dressing?
nothing wrong with method dressing. I'm trying to unpack this now, you know? I'm like,
I think, have you seen Zendaya promoting the drama where she like wore, remember the dress that she got a lot of like terrible flack for like 10 years ago when she wore that white dress, I believe to the Oscars, and she had the dreads? That white dress?
I think so.
She brought it back.
She got flack for that, though?
Yeah,
Oh.
Juliana Rancic said she smelled like, it looked like she smelled like patchouli and weed, and it
But I love
got
that
her
dress.
canceled. Oh yeah, she looked amazing. But she's been wearing like these bridal looks and like a something borrowed, something blue, kind of toying with that. So
I mean, it can add. I do feel like it can add to the excitement of a film coming up. You know, like just the character that someone's gonna play. Like I don't know. I think I like method dressing. Perhaps, maybe.
so obsessed.
I think
Still
so.
obsessed.
I think I'm not tired of it yet. I think if it's done well, you know what I mean. Which I think it has mostly been done well, except for that Blake Lively situation. Now that I think about it, like I think that's the only one where it was like,
I think method dressing, really, I'm obsessed with it when you're promoting a film and it relates to the film. Like using it
Yes.
as marketing and having a story, like a visual story. I think for the times that we're in, it's really cool and very interesting. But I think method dressing that doesn't really relate. I think when you're just pulling a bunch of random references or when it's forced. Like I think the Blake Lively It Ends With Us flower thing was a little like, because she was like a florist in the film. So it's like A to C.
yeah,
Like the movies about domestic violence is not about flowers, so
yeah.
maybe that's where it gets muddy, or when we just see in like the VMAs someone randomly reference Britney Spears. Not the biggest fan there.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like if it's not very purposeful.
But Zendaya and Law Roach for challengers? Come on now.
Yeah. And I would argue like, yeah, this movie, like Anya Taylor-Joy, like she doesn't necessarily need to be method dressing, for the Mario Galaxy movie. Like no one's expecting that. No one's thinking about this animated film like someone needs to be method dressing. But the fact that it looks so good in high fashion and it looks so good like on her.
It's
like,
for me.
Yeah.
I would have never heard about Mario Galaxy coming out if it wasn't for Anya Taylor-Joy's Joanne Princess Peach outfit.
Yeah. I think she ate. So
Yeah. Okay, so we're obsessed?
yes, we are obsessed.
Okay. So if Anya Taylor-Joy is promoting her new Super Mario Galaxy movie, which video game would you like to see on screen? Or should they be left to your late night playthrough viewings on YouTube?
That is a great question. Oh my God. Thank you for that question. Makes me think critically. You know what I mean? Because these are thoughts that I have sometimes about. Yeah, because like there has been a trend, I feel like, in recent years of like video games becoming, I guess, like movies or TV shows.
Yeah, the Last of Us. And they're more prestigious now. It's not just like Assassin's Creed or like a random like Super Mario live action.
Yeah. I guess it would depend. I'm trying to think if there's like a movie or a video game that I'm like, that should be a movie. Man, because I haven't played video games in a while. I'm like, definitely not The Sims though. That would be a little strange. That should, you know what I mean?
I'm so glad they haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Knock on
I feel
wood.
like they could though. I feel like they might eventually. I think they were talking about doing something like that.
It's wild. I
feel like that.
really don't want that.
I don't want that.
But Life is Strange? Could that be
Life
a movie?
is Strange would actually be a really good one. That would make total sense to me. Yeah, it's already pretty cinematic and
Who would you cast as the lead?
As Max Mayfield. Part of me wants to say like maybe like Saoirse Ronan, maybe.
Ooh.
I feel like there's something about her that maybe she could be Max or the other friend, like
Ooh.
either Max or the one with the teal hair. I'm not really sure. They have
The lead girl on the poster? Is that the lead?
yeah.
I don't know if personality wise it would fit, but like Kaylee Spaney from like Priscilla?
Ooh.
Or straight up she does look like Natalie Portman. Just
I know. I'm like, wait, hold on. No, I think they yassified her though.
Okay.
No offense. I think she's a little.
Because I remember her in the video game looking a little more like Kaylee Spaney, right?
Yeah, actually, and now that I'm looking at Kaylee Spaney again, honestly, you might be onto something. She kind of does look. I mean,
Yeah. That's how
her.
she looks, right?
Yeah. Dude, yeah. Yeah, no, maybe she would be a good Max, honestly. I mean, like, even there, I'm like,
Ooh, with that dark,
that's, hey,
have they already been in? Has this been in the works?
you know?
Watch it just be, and I like made this up. Like I'm like acting like this is my idea, and I just like read it somewhere.
A live action television series is apparently in development on Prime Video. That's so random. But this girl kind of looks like her too, like Kaylee Spaney, a little bit.
Oh, she does.
Do you know what I mean? I like your casting. I think yes, but maybe trying to remember who the characters are. Oh, it's Chloe. All right, hold on. I know this isn't the question you asked, but this is that other character. I was thinking maybe like Saoirse Ronan or
That'd be really cool.
you know what I mean? I don't know, but maybe it's just because she has dyed hair. You know what I mean? It's the ladybird of it.
Ladybird. That could work though. Or maybe you know what? Going out on a limb, different hair, like a wig or something, but Chase Infinity
Oh,
from One Battle After Another.
I mean, I think she's great. Yeah,
But
but yeah, I don't know about video games, and I like the idea, but to be honest, I don't know if I've consumed any. I don't know because like I remember when like The Last of Us came out, and I was just like, oh man, I can't like get into it because it's not the same. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I think The Last of Us was interesting just because it was almost shot for shot. Like they were very true and intentional and like, yeah, very accurate to the video game. However, it was so true and like accurate that I felt like I had already seen it before, at least that first season.
Yeah,
Like despite like, or not despite, but like aside from like, you know, like the Nick Offerman storyline, which was like beautiful and a little different. Just seeing it on screen was a little different,
yeah.
but it was so accurate and like authentic that it was almost like I
Yeah.
saw it before.
I don't want it to try too hard. Like I feel like because it is a video game. I don't have like the high expectations of it being exactly the same, but like
Have you seen the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone series trailer?
no, and I refuse. I'm like we don't need to this has already been done. Like okay, I think if a lot more time has passed, maybe, and they're remaking it like
How
in
many
20 more years, maybe. You know what I mean?
40 years?
40 more years, yeah. But I feel like it's a little soon. I mean, the kid looks cute. He does look like Harry Potter. Like I think those kids are probably great. They're probably great little
Yeah.
actors, you know, and get that coin. But I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like to me, it just feels like it just reminds me of so much of like Disney. Do you know what I mean? It's like a money grab to me is the way it comes off. It's just like, we're going to keep this thing going, and it almost feels like beating a dead horse.
Well, and I know it's a series, so they're obviously going to show more, but in the trailer, they hit beat for beat scenes from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, where it does seem very interesting, where like the kids look alike, like look so much like Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint and, you know, Emma Watson, where I'm like, I don't really know the point of this. Also, allegedly children can't read now.
What?
So maybe
they're not going to get to read the books? That's why they're just going to watch?
That's the crazy thing. It's like, girls, go read books.
Yeah.
Like, that's your series. And then watch the Harry Potter movies. It's not that big of a deal. Also, like, Gen Alpha, why would they be so into Harry Potter?
I know.
Because their parents are into
Harry
Harry Potter?
I think this is for the parents, especially if it's like, if you're saying it's like beat by beat, potentially, like, that's definitely for the, I feel like, but it's still, I don't know. It's just weird.
Millennials, it's not all about you. Saying someone who is a millennial at least, but the Gen Z part of me says, no, Harry Potter.
Yeah, same. I'm like, ugh, just, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. You know what? I've thought about it and what video game I would like to see as an adaptation. The Walking Dead. But Telltale Games, because theirs was very story driven, and I think it would make sense because the character, there's a real story there. You know what I mean? And I think I could I feel like I could already see people in the cast. You know,
who would you cast?
I don't know actually. I have to find out their names and do a little more. But you know, I feel like it could be. I could picture it a little more easier. Like, I feel like real people could pull it off. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
No, I love that. I know so little about video games.
I'll have to get back to you. The jury's out.
Okay. The jury is out. Okay. Case dismissed.
Case dismissed. Thank you guys so much for listening.
And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.